this 9th Forum for the Future of Agriculture will begin. A very warm welcome.
This forum has always stood for food and environmental security. These two goals go together. Without long-term, responsible care of our ecosystems, we cannot produce the food we need to feed our growing population with increasing consumption rates. But we must also see that the stewardship of our planet can only be done if those who live on it have a good income, a stable business, and a bright future. The Sustainable Development Goals recognize this balance, and we should recognize it too.
What happens in Europe, what happens to Europe's agriculture in the future, is not only relevant to the rest of the world, but indeed I think gives Europe an opportunity to first of all ensure that there is a viable European agriculture in the future, because what happens in the global context of agriculture and food production is going to affect Europe even more significantly in the years to come. But secondly, if Europe, through its own innovation, bringing public and private sector and the farming community and society and consumers together, could indeed redefine and reset the pathway for an agricultural economy that will be fundamental to also enabling us to meet the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, which ultimately are perhaps the best hope or agenda for allowing us as a world to be able to solve problems together.
It's very important not to only to look to the production side. We have achieved a lot of progress in the production side. We need to look of the whole value chain, and we need to look particularly to transforming our food systems. But we need also not only mobilize governance, we need to mobilize the societies. And in that sense, it's very important to have civil society and private sector working together with governance.
The European Union is stepping up to the plate, maybe better than we've heard already today, both at home and abroad, when it comes to taking a leadership role in sustainable development. And the Agenda 2030, of course, is universal. This means that our commitments under the Sustainable Development Goals apply to both our external and internal policies. And I also want to make it clear that sustainable agriculture is central to this leadership. European farmers and our food industry will have to play and will play a constructive role, and as always adapt to new societal challenges. And we will help them wherever possible. We are ready again to lead on this issue from the front.
All perspectives, all the agriculture innovation systems perspectives can help address multiple SDGs. The point is that I think they can be most effective if they're captured within the context of an understanding of the food system rather than just the agricultural system, because that is where the overall change is needed, and it actually opens up tremendous opportunities for agriculturalists to think about new crops, to think about new ways of consuming, to think about new ways of having a relationship with us, the consumer.
If countries around the world reflect on the fact that they signed on to these Sustainable Development Goals last September 25th, and they signed on to a Paris Climate Agreement on December 12th, and get their minds around the technical challenges of achieving this, and if we report to each other and work on it and study together and integrate business, academia, leading scientists, and even politicians who can follow the public will if not lead it, then it is possible to achieve these goals. I can tell you, and maybe we can discuss it, they're technically feasible. Very hard, but technically feasible. Thank you very much.
I find it one of the most useful agricultural conferences on the agenda. Really high-profile speakers saying really interesting things about issues that matter.
I'm really interested in the topics that are being discussed. I think there's nothing more important at the moment than sorting out all the various uses we have for land and trying to make some kind of rational policy decisions around that.
I'm here to inform me about the about how to feed the world without destroying the environment.
Well, as machinery industry, we're one of the key input industries for farmers, providing them with modern machinery and technology solutions to grow more with less.
Well, because we all need food, so it's obvious we need to use nitrates to produce the food. At the same time, we don't need nitrate polluting the environment, so we need to use it better.
Well, the circular economy is definitely the big theme there. So, for example, recycling the nutrients, that would be a key thing to do.
Well, we really need to rethink the stuff that we are doing. Like here we have heard a lot of intentions. Well, I don't know, I'm a person from the field. I prefer more the actions.
I think let's get more engagement from the food industry, both retailers and food service sector, and hear more of their voices, because they're the ones who communicate with consumers, and it's consumers who've got to pull through these ideas that we discuss every year at the forum.
I feel very strongly that with our very focused thought of productivity, we may miss the point. And I must admit, I've been one of the productivity guys for many years. I think we need to not change our attitude, but really redefine what productivity is. It's not just how much you produce per hectare, but it's really a more holistic picture of how do we use our land.
We believe that in a world where every day we are 140,000 more people, we really need to address those issues, address the challenges of climate change, and I believe the Forum for Agriculture is always a good setting to come and be inspired on how to do that.